Hi Libra, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So this is your week ahead, 19th of June to the 25th of June 2017 advice reading. Just to quickly explain, as I have done with all of the other signs, your advice reading is different from your month ahead. Your month ahead is more predictive, there's more cards, and it's longer. Okay, your advice reader is a far shorter reading, can go up to between 5 and 10 minutes at the most. Okay, just take account of that. Alright, it's 3 cards and it's advice. The advice card is card number 1, and the situation around that advice is number 2 and 3 cards. Okay, also the advice reading is more about if you should encounter a situation like this in that week. It's really just trying to give you some advice on how you deal with it. You might already be dealing with a situation like this, and it's really how you deal with it in that week. Okay, so they are 2 different entities, 2 different types of readings, but sometimes they'll overlap. Sometimes a week ahead might overlap with the monthly readings, but nevertheless they are separate readings. Okay, so Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Libra? Show me, what is the advice that you have for Libra in the week commencing 19th of June 2017 to the 25th of June 2017. What is the advice you have for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs? Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. For the week commencing 19th of June 2017 up until Sunday, June 25th, 2017. Show me. Okay. Oh, that showed up for somebody. And this is you, actually. You're on the card. Oh my God, you're virtually the same as, God, who had this? Except for one card, you've got 2 cards, one at the beginning and one at the end that's the same as another sign. Can't remember who it was. It might have been, it wasn't Aquarius, it might have been Virgo, that it was the same sort of thing. This is you, Queen of Swords is Libra. Queen of Swords is a Libra card. She represents fairness, logic and balance. Okay, so I think that you need to, the advice is to make a decision, again, as I said, for Virgo, I think it is based on a clear perception, okay? Because that decision that you make could be leading to victory. You've got the 6 of Wands. Possibly it could be in a new path, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands often represents new things, so new growth. So, you know, when you get the Ace of Wands, it's about a new love. Or it could be a new idea, or it could be an epiphany, or, you know, enthusiasm, empowerment. It could be that, you know, if you make a clear and decisive choice, because remember the Queen of Swords represents choice as well. She's actually one of the decision maker cards within the tarot, along with cards like the Emperor. Cards that are based on, King of Swords is another one in a way. Cards that are based on logic, rationale and balance usually make decisions based on that. Okay, sometimes we make decisions based on the heart, but sometimes the heart can get a bit cloudy and we can be influenced because of our feelings. So if you're seeing someone, a guy or a woman who's not particularly nice, or they're not honest, and your intuition tells you that they're not honest, it might be because you have feelings for them, you decide to stay in that. But if you looked at the situation logically, it might be, actually, no matter how I feel about that person's not right. So this is about making decisions based on a clear perception, based on rationale, based on logic, based on clarity of thought when you get this Queen of Swords energy here. Okay, this is the card that says don't be afraid to cut out what needs to be cut out. Don't be afraid to detach yourself from what needs to be detached from. Okay, because it's for the greater good. She's a fair woman, is the Queen of Swords, when she's aspected right. She can be nasty, she can be a bit narcissistic, if you like, with this Queen of Swords. She can be full of her own sense of, you know, self, her own sense of kind of morality. But in the main, if you get this for an advisor, somebody that you go for advice, she can really give you a lot of food for thought. So I feel that because this represents you guys, Libra, this is you, the advice. So you need to be taking your own advice. You need to be making some very rational, logical and clearly perceived decisions. Okay, so you need to look at a decision in the clearest light, but based on logic rather than the heart, because it could be whatever the situation is that you need to make a decision on with this Queen of Swords as the advice card. It could be that it will lead, because remember the key word for the 6 of Wands can be to lead, because it's a leader card. So it could be that it leads either to a new beginning, or it leads to some form of self-growth, because the Ace of Wands can also represent self-growth with this card, or it could lead to new ideas, because the Ace of Wands is new ideas and this is the leader card. So it could lead to new ideas. It could lead to, you know, new growth within you guys as well. It could lead to, you know, new beginnings with the Ace of Wands as well. Alright, so don't be afraid to make those decisions in the most rational and fairest and the most balanced of ways. And I also feel with this Queen of Swords, it's telling you really the advice is also to trust your intuition, because this is the type of woman that would trust her intuition. All queens are really based in intuition in a way, because they're all water. They're all based in water. This is water of air. Alright, and cups represent the intuitive side of ourselves. So her intuition is based in the way that she thinks and not the way that she feels. So if she has a hunch on something, she'll usually just go for it. This can also be that, you know, you need to be clear in the way that you communicate with others, because the Queen of Swords is always clear in her communication. So the advice could be, well, be clear in the way that you communicate. Be honest, be truthful, and be clear in the way that you communicate with others next week, I feel as well. Week beginning 19th of June up until the 25th of June 2017, Libra. Okay? Speak clearly, be honest about your feelings, because this is the type of woman that will call you out on anything. So be clear in how you speak to others, because it could be that what you say, it could be that it will lead to possibly some new ideas. Okay? It could possibly lead to new relationships. Ace of Wands does represent new relationships as well. Okay? So if there is a situation whereby also the Ace of Wands can represent, Wands represent intuition too. So it could be that this leads to a new understanding as well, I feel, with this Ace of Wands, because the Ace of Wands is all about epiphanies. And what are epiphanies? Epiphanies are an understanding of a situation that comes to us. So two ways we can look at this reading. The advice is to not be afraid to make a judgment on a situation. Queen of Swords for me can also represent making a judgment on another or a situation. Don't be afraid to make a decision or a judgment on a situation, as long as it comes from a place of clear perception, because it could lead to new growth within yourself. It could also be, the advice is to clearly communicate with others, speak the truth, be honest, speak what you really feel, because it could be that this leads to new understandings potentially with that Ace of Wands. And that is your advice for the week commencing 19th of June 2017 up until Sunday the 25th of June 2017. And I'll see you guys on your month ahead readings, which should be up on the channel now. Speak to you soon. Take care.